Confrontations between anti-government protesters and paramilitary forces have left more dead in Masaya. Following the killings, tensions remained high as mass demonstrators manned barricades to block access into the city. Making our way to the scene of the violence, we encountered several checkpoints. Demonstrators here are suspicious of anyone trying to pass the barricades. Wielding slingshots and homemade mortar weapons, opposition supporters say attacks by paramilitary groups loyal to President Daniel Ortega happen almost every day.
All of Nicaragua's youth are marked for death. They're using hitmen against us with weapons of war.
Arriving in the town of La Concepcion, we find a community divided. Local residents who support the government faced off with opponents.
Everything was fine until the morning, when the government's paramilitaries began to attack us for no reason.
Demonstrators detained a local government worker, beating him with clubs and nearly severing his ear with a machete. He was carried into a nearby church where protesters accused the 31-year-old who works for the office of the mayor of financing hitmen who are targeting opposition supporters.
They told me they were going to kill my family. They said they were going to send a box to my family filled with my body parts.
Violence from the political unrest has become common in this part of the country. Father Manuel says the church has assumed the responsibility of keeping the peace.
Our commitment to our faith means that we cannot be indifferent to the needs of the people, especially those who are being repressed and suffer injustice.
Tempers flared during talks between local residents over who's to blame for starting the unrest. The argument at times became physical. In Nicaragua's capital, Managua, Catholic bishops are hosting a third week of peace talks between civil society groups and representatives of President Daniel Ortega's administration, but progress has stalled. The Catholic Church remains the main mediators in the ongoing political crisis, but the Archdiocese says they will no longer facilitate a national dialogue until the Nicaraguan government can commit to putting an end to the violence. Manuel Rapalo, Al Jazeera, Managua.